Hey guys, it's Madison. Thanks for joining me in this faithful home. If you are new to my channel and you're unfamiliar with who I am, my name is Madison. I'm a first-time mom to my beautiful baby girl, Lorelai. I talk about Christian homemaking, DIY projects, and what it's like to be a first-time mom. So if you're new to this channel, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button so you feel welcomed into this faithful home with me. Today, we are kickstarting our Baby Must-Haves review series with talking about the infamous 4Moms Mamaroo. Was it worth the big sticker price tag? Did we get a lot of use out of it, and are we still using it now? We are. She's in it. Let's get into today's video. Okay, so if you are a first-time mom, you are probably looking around for all the big ticket items, what you need for your baby, what you don't need for your baby. You're watching all the YouTube videos. I watched all the YouTube videos. That's why I'm making a YouTube video for you guys. And we're gonna talk about the Mamaroo. So originally we weren't gonna buy it. It was not on my radar. It's like a $300 item. This is the Mamaroo multi-motion baby swing. It has 5 speeds, 4 sounds. You can hook up Bluetooth to it and use your phone. You can connect an aux cord and play music out of speakers, and it comes in at about, current day, I'm not really supposed to say prices online, I don't think, but current day it comes in around $300, which that's a big price tag for any baby item, but baby items are really expensive nowadays, so it kind of doesn't surprise me. So originally we weren't gonna get this item, and then I think it was like maybe a month in, we wanted to have a safe space for her to go. Obviously, I'm a big proponent of playing on the floor and just very open-ended, letting her explore, find her hands, find her feet, and that kind of stuff. So I'm not like a huge put them in a bouncer, put them in a swing, but we needed something, right? Like there's so many hours in a day and there's only so long that they're content playing on the floor. So we were looking at other swings. We were looking at ones that were like, you would have to push with your foot. They were like $30, $40. Like that's kind of more the price range you wanted to stick to. And it was just like, no, what's the point? Yeah. What's the point of spending $30 or $40 on something that you literally still have to sit there and do when this plugs into a wall and swings them themselves? Are you gonna be chatty Cathy for the video? So I did not spend $300 on this. I did buy it myself, but I waited till it was on sale. We went through Buy Buy Baby. Currently it's on sale for $240. Then I had a 20% off coupon that they stacked, and then I found another coupon online, and I bought the infant insert, which is this thing. Highly recommend if you have a smaller baby. This just kind of makes it a little bit cozier for them. Obviously, she's a little bit bigger now, but she does run on the small side, so she actually could still be using this if she wanted. I just took it out to wash and never put it back. But this is like $40 on its own, and the machine. But I spent just at $200 for all of it. So I did get a really good savings on it. Yeah, I still spent $200, but was it worth it? So let's go with the pros first, and then we'll go with the cons, and then I'll give you my final input. Okay, pros for this item. My baby actually really liked it, and apparently some babies do and some babies don't. She likes the swinging motion. She's very content when she sits in it. She's always favored it. We put her on the floor, we put her in our arms, we carry her. I wear her a lot, baby wrap and carriers. So she just liked it. That's a pro for me, but it might not be for your baby because every baby is different. Another pro is it plugs in. It's very convenient to use. You're almost all done, aren't you? Do you want to be all done? Okay, let's look at our friends. Another pro is, yeah, that it plugs in. There's a dashboard. There's 5 different options for swaying motion. So I'll turn it on so you can see. It's gonna take a sec, but like, there's one. It can switch and do like a bouncing motion. I'm not gonna go through all 5. There's car ride, kangaroo, tree swing, rockabye, and wave. And pretty much it's different bounces and different speeds. You can do it 5 speeds, 5 different swaying motions. So we prefer one as like our go-to. And actually you can download the 4Moms app and connect via Bluetooth, which is another pro. You can connect via Bluetooth to this, and you can actually like hold your baby, and it like, you rock it how you would hold or how you would rock your baby, and it tells you what setting you should use, which is actually pretty cool. I didn't discover that until later and found out that we were actually doing the setting that naturally goes to my rocking motion. So another pro is it has some contrast balls that they can look at. So when they're younger, it's really good for their eye stimulation to be looking at these contrast balls. This one you can hear is a musical shaker. Just take them off, I got one hand. This one has a mirror. And that one's a crinkle toy. So it's fun. We do take these out and give them to her on her play mat when she plays. And she loves interacting with all of those. That just like hooks onto here. There are zippers in it. So this whole thing actually pops off. And you can unzip it here. And this whole thing is removable, so it's super easy to wash. That is another pro. You just unzip it, throw it in your wash, and I hang dry it. I think that's what they request you do. It doesn't take long to dry because it is a very light and breathable material. But I make sure to hang dry it and then plop it back on, and it is clean and good to go. So I like that because in her earlier days, she was very heavy and spitting up, and so it got messy very quick. Okay, another plus that I have, so the pro category, is how much of an angle it can go to. So right now I have it sitting, I think, oh, there we go. It's sitting completely upright right now. So that's a really good seated position. Then you can lift this lever and you slide it. It slides on that bar and you can angle however you want to, all the way to almost flat, which is great. I love how baby can be super inclined or super declined depending on how their day is going and what you want to use this for. The last pro will actually lead into my first con. And so the last pro is that their customer service is really good. So you can register your Mamaroo if you are the original owner and you have like a year, or I think it's like a 1 year limited warranty that goes with it. And that'll be like mechanisms for the machine itself if something goes wrong, which is why I know this. Their customer service is really fantastic. Like, they were amazing to work with when my machine broke. So that leads me into the first con. My Mamaroo actually broke. We used it every day, probably like every day for like 30, 45 minutes to an hour, somewhere around there every single day. And she was 4 months old, so we had it for like 3 months. It broke. It kept giving me an error message. The whole machine would just stop. Had to Google like, what is this error 2 code or whatever. And it was saying that there was something wrong with the mechanics of the motion of how the motor operates. And I'm like, I spent $200 on this thing. I've had it for 3 months. Are you kidding me? Then I remembered that it was under warranty and that I had registered it. So I contacted customer service. They were amazing. They literally like had me send them a video of what was going wrong. And so it would take like 2 seconds for the thing. It would swing for 2 seconds and then break again. And so I sent them a little video. Literally the same day they emailed me back and said, let us have your like serial number on it so we can verify that you're like the original owner. And I had to verify a few things. And then basically they're like, all right, your new base is going to be shipped in the mail. You should receive it in the next couple days. Take your original base and discard it, right? Like for disposal or for destruction so that nobody can try to use it because it is faulty. And they sent me a new base. So this, how it sets up, this connects through with, let me turn it. So it connects through with this arm here that I mentioned to you earlier about its adjustable base. And you can take it off. I mean, you wouldn't take it off, but you can take it off. That's how you put it back together. And so they just had to send me part of it, which was nice. And then I was able to swap it out, and we haven't had any issues since. Now, we don't use it as often now because obviously you can tell my child is getting older and she is a lot more active and wants to be on the ground and crawling around and rolling and sitting up and playing. So she doesn't sit in it as quite often, but I haven't had any issues since. So that is definitely helpful for the fact that this was a con. Another con is honestly the price tag. It is pretty expensive, especially for what it is, a glorified swing. A fantastic swing, might I add. But I mean, that's still $200. Like, I hate that baby things are so freaking expensive, especially for like first-time parents when you really want to make a registry and have a baby shower and you are excited because people want to give you gifts and everything. And then you're like, I want this $200, $300 item. You're like, I don't want you to spend $200 or $300 on something for me, but I also don't want to spend $200 or $300. It's a lot of money for me and where we are at. So I'm definitely going to keep it in pristine condition as long as I can, even though the warranty is going to, break after 1 year. I'm going to try my best to hold on to it and keep it, really clean in storage when we are done using it. So for future children down the road, we can get use out of it again that way. So hopefully we won't run into any issues the next time around. I'm trying to think if there's any other cons for me. I guess one con is the fact that it does need to be plugged in. So you are limited on where you can put it. But how we have our space, set up, we do have like a formal upstairs and a play area and like fun space downstairs. So I've kind of arranged all of the chairs and couches in here to where it function as like another seat, obviously just for her, but it kind of flows. It's up against the window, so it does need to have the plug access, which there is one there, but that would be a con. Like, it's not easily movable. It's pretty heavy and you can't move it with her in it. So if you were like, for me, if I'm gonna cook, I need to put her down, move the machine over to the kitchen, plug it in, bring her, put it in there, versus I'm guessing some of like the other little swings, you could probably lift it up. That would be my only other con if I'm getting like nitpicky, but for us it worked because the two places we always had her, we're either in the living room up against the wall or in the kitchen where there's obviously plugs. All right, so to wrap it up and give you kind of my just final thoughts on the Mamaroo, I will pull this from the website to say that it does say that it can support children up to 25 pounds, suitable for children from birth to 9 months or when they can sit up unassisted, which Lorelai can sit up unassisted, but she's also 11 pounds. So I think it'll work out pretty well for us. We don't use it as much anymore. I noticed kind of like that 4 to 5 month mark when she was like heavily moving around. We don't gravitate towards it as often, but we still use it on occasion. Not intended for sleeping or napping, sleep safe, not certified. You do what you want. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your baby on how they sleep. It weighs 15 pounds. Okay. And yep, a 1 year limited manufacturer warranty. Okay, that's what I thought. I was pretty sure I had 1 year with it. So those are the, the final specs. Now, would I buy it again or do I think it is not worth it? And I hope you can tell based off how I've been talking about it, I 100% would buy it again. I think all of the pros outweigh all of the cons, especially with how customer service has been with us for the major con of it breaking. Now, if it breaks in like 2 more months and customer service is bad, then I'll make an updated video for you guys. Thank you. Kisses. Mwah. But yes, I 100% would buy it again. Now, every baby is different, so when we have another kid down the road, they may not like it, but that's just the risk we're gonna take. It was obviously a risk for her. You can always find them on like Facebook Marketplace or Goodbye Gear and buy it used. But I would be leery of that just with my own experience of it breaking for me. It probably was just a one-off faulty mechanism, but I still wouldn't trust that I wouldn't get that warranty. So me personally, if I were to do it all over again, I would still buy it new. I buy a lot of things used and thrifted and on Facebook Marketplace for her and for us. But this is one of those things that I would not trust used. My friend Michaela has one that she got, she either got it from a friend or used off Facebook. She paid like, I don't know, like 30 or 40 bucks for it. Has no issues with it, which is great. I'm happy. I don't know that I would trust that. That's just me though. You decide what you want to do for your family. But with the infant insert, oh, this is actually reversible too. So this is cute. I would definitely recommend this and put it on my yes column. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what other things you want me to talk about here in this series. We're going to talk about car seats, strollers, play gyms, baby monitors, baby products. We got a lot of things coming in this series, so I would love for you to hit that subscribe button so you feel welcomed into this faithful home with me. Little Miss is definitely ready to get down and play and be crazy, so we are going to end the video here. But again, thank you so much, and I will check back with you guys next week for another video. Lorelai, do you want to say bye? Hey, say bye, friends. She's staring at her play mat. Okay, bye guys.